Jai Bharat to all student. In last lecture, we have discussed about economics, basic definition of economics, and how well do you explain economics. Okay, with some example also, just like there are mainly basically 5 concepts: human wants, scarcity of object or production, scale of preference, how do we scale the preference or available choices, then choices of alternative, okay, selecting alternative, then opportunity cost. Okay, now we have in today's lecture we have discussed about macro and macro economy. Okay, there are basically say two types of economics. One is micro and one is macro. In basically what you can say, micro means small, okay, small level, at small scale, and macro means at large level, large scale. Okay, basically word itself says micro means small and macro means large. Okay, so the difference between micro and macro economics is simple. Microeconomics, small economics, is the study of economics at an individual, single person, you or me, your friends, okay, or a group like your class friends of classroom, okay, class group, okay, or at a particular company. Okay, so basically it's a small, as I said, micro means small. Okay, basically it's a study of economics at an individual, group or company level. But macroeconomics, a large scale economy, on the other hand, is the study of national economy. Okay, economy is basically India level study, okay, or let's say Gujarat level, your state level. Okay, so let's start with the in detail. Macro. First of all, macroeconomics. Macroeconomy is the study of particular firm. Means if I say your tuition classes, your college, RNWIET multimedia education, RNWIET College of Engineering. Particularly household, your home. Okay, in your home, just like say example, say 4 member, 5 member. Okay, individual price. Individual price means price of mobile phone, or let's say vegetables. Individual price. Okay, wages means daily salary. In short, daily salary. Workers. What are the wages of worker? Construction worker, other worker. And income means, you all know income. Individual industry. Yes, individual industry and individual commodity. Okay, so it is a small study. Okay, study of particular form, particularly household, your home, individual price of a different object or different product, wages, workers' wages. Wages means in short daily salary. Okay, just like if I say in farming, okay, we have given the 400 rupees per day, okay, for any work, or in any construction work, for a painting of housing work. Income means our whole month salary. Okay. Individual industry, which make the product, for individual commodity. Okay, so it's basically a study of basically small. Okay, microeconomics means small, particularly at level. Okay, so micro means very small or millionth part. Millionth part means 1 upon 1 million. Okay, millionth part. Micro means. Okay. So the subject or example of microeconomics is about person. an investor or a producer. Okay, particularly subject about one person or one investor or one producer or 2 to 3 producer. Okay, basically max 2 to 3 producer. Small. As it analyzes individually, it provides a partial concept or partial figure of a country. Okay. As I said, if study about me or you, so it's a study about microeconomics, but it gives the partial concept. Partial means small concept to give figure of the country. Means if I say I am rich, that does not mean that my country is also rich. Okay, if I say I am poor, okay, so that does not mean apply that my country is also poor. Okay, so microeconomics provide partial concept. It gave partial concept about the whole country. It does not give the right about the country with microeconomics. Okay, microeconomics is concerned with the individual entity. Entity means our object or person. Okay, so while both the field of economics often use the same principle and formula, both are the economics field. Okay, so both use the same principle and formula to solve particular problem. If I'm say I will have facing the money problem or other problem. Okay, so in both the microeconomics as well as macroeconomics, both the problems and solution of that problem is same. It use same principle. Okay, but microeconomics is the study of economics at a far smaller scale. Means far smaller. Basically, it is a far smaller scale. While macroeconomics is study of large scale economic issue. Okay, both have same issue and problems. Both use same principle and formula. Okay, but it use a smaller scale, and a macroeconomics means large scale economic issue. Okay, get the idea? Okay. But now let's say at first glance, macro and macroeconomics might seem completely different. Okay, as I discussed about the macro and macro basic concept about macro, so you get the idea that micro and macro are both completely different from each other. Completely different from each other. But in reality, these two economics fields are remarkably similar, and the issue they study often overlap significantly. Okay, so what are they saying? That both these two economics fields are similar. Okay, both are similar, and if one issue arises in one economics and other issue are arising in other economics, then both issues are overlap significantly. Okay, both issues are the same. You can say remarkably. Let's start with the example. Okay, a common focus of macro means country level, is inflation. Inflation means monetary. Okay, and the cost of living for a specific economy. Okay, so inflation is caused by variety of factors ranging from low interest rate to expansion of the money supply. There are variety of factors to causes more inflation, monetary. Okay, let's say, while that might seem like purely macroeconomics, monetary field of monetary, like inflation, say it's a macroeconomic, but actually that's one very important in microeconomics also. Why? Since inflation rates the prices of goods. Yes, monetary is if a monetary is increase, then prices of goods are also increased, services also increase, other commodity also increase. Commodity means petrol price or any other commodity. Okay, so it has serious effect for individual and businesses. Yes. Okay, so inflation, monetary is for the country's issue, macroeconomics issue, but if inflation is raised, so that price of good, particularly service and commodity also increase. Okay, so it will direct effect on us, individual and our business. Okay, so microeconomics is connected with the macroeconomics. Okay, macroeconomics means all the nation, and microeconomics means our individual or business. Okay, so let's say this example is from micro to macro. Let's say microeconomics level. This is a several effect. A business are forced to raise their price in response to increased cost of material. If cost of materials increase, then businesses are forced to raise their price. Just like said, our steel price is quite increased. Okay, so materials of steel is increased, then construction of a new house, new building, okay, it's also increased. Okay. So construction of house increase, so that's why our home, so business they have to also, construction of house also they have to raise the price. Okay, and they also need to pay their employee more over the long term to account for the higher cost of living. Okay, so our business is going to affect if inflation is rise. Okay, so in this case, inflation and rising cost of living affecting microeconomic. Okay, inflation is the problem of at national level, macroeconomic, but in rising cost of living and inflation is affecting our microeconomic level also. Okay. Okay. Now, example of microeconomic issue. Okay. Microeconomics seeks to solve problems on a small level. Yes, microeconomics is small, so if problem is arise, they solve problem on a small level. Okay, like some economists like to describe microeconomics as the study of economics and behavior from the bottom up. Okay, bottom up to level as a national level. Okay, bottom up to, since it focus on the effect of low level decision on the economy also. Okay, so this is some scientists also define microeconomics like this also. Okay. Okay, now let's say example, microeconomics issue could be effect of raising wages. Raising wages means day salary. Okay, worker within a business. If large business raises its wages by 10%, let's say there are 50 employment for one company. Okay, so company's owner decided that I have raised the wages salary for about 10% of all the employees, all the 50 employees. Okay, so they have raised the salary, but how this raising salary will affect the pricing of object. Okay, so basically this effect of this policy, our pricing of products is going to be, yes, price of product is also going to be high, because company does not owner does not pay with their own salary to raise the 10% of the 15 employee. Okay, so if a company makes mobile phone, okay, there are 50 people of employee, number of employees 50%, 50 number. Okay. So if 10% is increase their salary owner, so cost of product will be like just like say 1 lakh higher. Okay, in monthly. So what owner will do? Owner will do increase the price of phone. Yes, they increase the price of product, any product they make. Okay, so basically it depends on our individual level. Okay, but So since the cost of producing the product has increased, price of this product for consumer is likely to follow suit. Okay, so producing the product has increased, price of product likely has to increase. But now for this particular problem, what will company do if it has to increase the 10% salary? Okay, so if company raises a salary wages for its most productive employee but fires its least productive worker, just like say 10 workers are less productive. Okay, so what will company do? Company fire this 10 product employee and they increase salary of 40 others employee. Okay, about 10%. Okay, so cost of product is remain same and price also will remain same. Okay, so basically this issue arise if in any company they can solve a microeconomics issue like this. Okay, next, macroeconomics. Macroeconomics deals with individual quantity as such but with aggregate of this quantity, not with individual income but with the national income. Okay, macro means at national level. Okay, so it does not affect if I getting a 2 lakh salary of or you will get the 3 lakh salary per month. Okay, not macroeconomics deal with the all individual, not individual but all the national level income. Okay, how many of a national income level. Okay, not with individual price but with the price level, not with individual output but with the national output. Okay, macroeconomics deal with the national output and with the national income. Okay, and macro we already know, macro means large or whole. The subject of macroeconomics is about national production, national income and income level of all the public. Okay, it analyzes overall, it provides a full figure or complete reflection of a country at how country is going to be. Okay, if country is rising like this or falling like this. Okay, so as it analyzes overall, it provides full figure or complete reflection of a country. So macroeconomics is concerned with the overall performance of the particular economy. Example, while microeconomics focus on the effect of certain decision as an individual, and the businesses, macroeconomics looks at the bigger picture. Okay, because macroeconomics works at a national level. Okay, so in macroeconomics, a common issue is the effect of certain policy on the national or regional economy. Okay, so they have a problem like national or regional level problem in macroeconomics. Okay. For example, while a microeconomist might study the effect of low interest rate on individual borrower, just like say loan, okay, low interest rate, a microeconomist would observe the effect that lower interest rate have on the national housing market or the unemployment rate. Okay, so microeconomics, if it is a low interest, in microeconomics we will study about our loan. Okay, but at macroeconomics, if it is a low interest rate, then it will affect directly on the national housing market or national unemployment rate. Okay, basically for low interest rate, microeconomics study about individual borrower that I have to take money, but for macroeconomics that will affect on national housing market or unemployment rate. They have studied about national housing market and unemployment rate. So the importance of balanced economics education. Okay, so as I said earlier, micro and macroeconomics have lot in common, and the scale used to solve small scale economy issue are often identical to those used to find solution to a large scale economic problem. Okay, so they said that if for particular problem, large scale particular problem, there are some solution. Okay, so basically that solution is also identical to our small scale economic problem. If it is a problem is same, then solution is also somehow likely to be same. Okay, so solution is identical to the our small scale economics issue also, just like a large scale economic problem. Okay, okay, so you get the better idea about the types of economics, macro and macro. Okay, basically you have to remember only micro means small individual, group or company, particularly household, individual price, daily wages, income, individual industry. Study about this. But macro means you have to study about national economy as a whole. Okay, so basically if you remember this, you get the idea about basically micro and macroeconomics. Okay, micro is very small, and it is about person, investor or producer. Okay, macroeconomic study of at far smaller scale, and macroeconomics is the study of large scale economic issue. Okay, both field of economy are interdependent on other. If inflation is rise, inflation is the problem of macroeconomy. Inflation means monetary and the cost of living for a specific economy. But if inflation is rise, prices of goods or product and service and commodities also increase, it will directly affect on our individual, me or my father or our businesses. Okay, so macro and macroeconomics is basically interdependent on other, similar. Okay, and they have similar problem and also similar solution. So for the assignment question, you have to write down short note on micro and macroeconomics with example as I have given in this lecture. What is macro, what is macro, and what are the example of micro and macro, and interconnection between microeconomics and macroeconomics. So you have to write down in your book or page and upload it in RNWIET application as assignment. Okay. So now your today's lecture is completed. In your next lecture, we will talk about demand and supply. What are the demand and what is the supply of particular object or product. Okay. So